Good morning, people. I hope you are well. I know you can't go on your phone and drive, but I don't know about film and drive. It's basically a dash cam, so it doesn't count. Currently out of breath as I just sprinted to get myself on the go as we're in a rush. It's been a non-stop day wrap. We was up straight away 6 AM into 3 hours work, and we're feeling fucking incredible. I don't know what hand I want to use. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm feeling absolutely unreal. I'm honestly feeling incredible. This is what life's about. When you have one of them mornings when you're fucking in a rush, the coffee's in, you're full sending it, that is when you feel your best. And even though it was very tempting to want to stay in bed because it was cold as fuck, we got up, we got after it, and now we are feeling incredible. I am currently, if you didn't notice, by the t-shirt because everyone must know I do Muay Thai. We're off to Muay Thai. We've kept it up since coming back from Thailand, and it's something I want to continue to do. I absolutely fucking love it. I've been training 4 to 5 days a week, so like Muay Thai and MMA. So we've got a big session underway. We're gonna learn some. Don't even know if I've said it yet, but Happy New Year to you. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? What's the goals for the year? How are we feeling? That in time of the year, I say it a lot, but it's like you're in a position right now where you can literally change how your life is gonna be at the end of the year. Like I always see Christmas time as like a time to reflect, so I like to look into the future and think, fucking hell, like Christmas 2025, imagine the shit I could have achieved, imagine the experiences I could have had and the person that I'll be. So that always gets me fired up this time of year. I feel bad for not looking at you while I'm talking as well. That's pretty disrespectful, but I do need my eyes on the road. Apologise, I feel like that was a very hectic start to the video. You know them ones when you've got to rush out the house. I still can't remember how to put this thing in reverse. One of them goes forward, one goes back. It's like an indicator which goes forward and back. But yeah, bit of a hectic start to the day, but that's how it always is, you know. It's always like one task into the next. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, talking about your 2025 goals. What is happening? What's the goals? Are you clear on them? The game plan for me today, it is a Friday, one of my favourite days of the week. I've got a few more hours to chill in the evening. Like my days are always structured out the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, whereas on a Friday, 7 PM to about 9 PM is normally in my control. I normally do go Muay Thai 7 to 9 on a Friday night. But today we're getting it done in the morning, so tonight I've got a few hours to do what I want. So we're going to be training chest today, best day of the week of course. And yeah, I'm just going to take you through the whole day with me, to be honest, because I enjoy these videos. Like I enjoy just taking you with me. Sometimes I watch back on them and it's quite nice. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember being in that sort of headspace, or I remember having that sort of day. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy them as well. Something that I noticed immediately starting the year was I created this crazy schedule to achieve all the things that I wanted to achieve, and I was following it, but I started to notice that I was sort of treating each day like a to-do list, and I wasn't very present. It was like, do this task and then on to the next one, on to the next one, whereas now I'm trying to like just really enjoy each task and not think, right, I've got to do this to tick that box, I've got to tick that box. It's just enjoying it. Like this drive for me is one of my favourite drives. It really is. It's fucking beautiful. Let me wait till I'm on a straight to turn the camera around, because don't go, hey, this drive's beautiful, and just spin it into some other person. There we go. So yeah, it's all like foresty sort of area. It just looks pretty fucking stunning, to be honest. Yeah, look at that. The road here is my nan's favourite road to drive down, and if there's a car behind her, she gets fucking fuming. Like she hates it. She hates being rushed down it. So yeah, I always think of her when I drive down it. It is a little beauty, to be fair. You've got such a nice view. Yeah, on that sort of topic about goals and happiness, I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent here, because something that I've massively clocked onto, like I always talk about the importance of goals because they give you that purpose to get up in the morning and get after it. I believe that the combination to be happy is having that purpose so you know what it is you're moving towards, but also being present along the journey. Like the best thing about a goal is it make sure that you've got direction on your journey, so you know you're moving somewhere. But if you're not enjoying your time along that journey, then it's pretty fucking pointless to have any goals. And I think sometimes I do massively get caught up in that. Like, I love goals, so I'm like, yeah, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. And you do sort of realise, like, without, hard as it is, do try and remove that mentality this year of like, I'll be happy when. I know it is so hard, because obviously when you're working so hard to achieve something, all you can think about is achieving it. But it is that journey that fucking makes achieving it worth anything. You see it all the time, then you're like, Fury, fucking come world champion, got depressed. You see it all the time. Olympians are known for it. I can't remember, there's a name for it, like when an Olympian achieves something and then after they go into a bit of a dark headspace. So yeah, like, you know, enjoy the small things. It's something that humans struggle with a lot, believing like happiness is always in the future or in a different place, whereas it's like, right, you can be happy now. There was a study that showed people that won the lottery and people that lost their limb within 6 months returned back to like that baseline level of happiness, which is a bit fucking crazy, to be honest. But it goes to show that, like, regardless of what's going on in your life, regardless of well, you want to achieve this, want to achieve that, without changing your perception, you know, you're not going to suddenly become more happy. So don't put happiness in another destination. I know I've gone off on like a massive tangent here and stuff, but I feel like I speak to so many people who are suffering, or so many people who are in like dark headspaces, that I feel the need to actually always talk about this and feel the need to actually come out here. And I think if you've ever got something on your chest that you feel like needs to come off, just get it out there, because it can be like that bit of information that one person needs, that bit of information that stops one person from going into a dark headspace. It's now almost 7 PM. The last time I vlogged when I was on my way to Muay Thai, and I've not got no pressure myself for these vlogs, you know, try to vlog everything. I just want to enjoy them. I hate short form content, so these little vlogs I like to just look back on. So just to give you a little overview of the day, Muay Thai went absolutely incredible. I am going to start trying to video some of my sessions there, because it's quite cool to watch myself progress throughout. But I've truly fallen in love with Muay Thai. You know, it feels like it's something so much more than just a combat sport. There's a whole like philosophy behind it, and I just find it incredible. So I truly have fallen in love with that. And then for the whole day, basically, we grafted. And then something I've been trying to do more, like I say earlier about being present and stuff, I used to be that guy where I'd never really, like, it sounds stupid, like buy a coffee or something, because I remember like I used to, especially when I was at Tesco, and I'd like struggle to fucking buy a meal deal, and I'd always be like, in the back of my mind, it's always there to like not spend money on stupid little shit, which is obviously a good thing, but I'd never buy like a Costa just because of the pricing. And recently I've been treating myself too, like I don't go out and drink alcohol, so it is like a little luxury for myself, and it's provided so much happiness. So on a Friday I'll always like get a little Costa after I've like smashed all my work and stuff, and I reflect on the weeks. It feels so good when you fucking full cent a week, you've put a solid graft in, you feel so content with it. And I go back to that feeling a lot if I've had like I'm going through a lot and I'm like stressed or overwhelmed. I think that Friday night will be as soon, you'll be drinking your Costa, reflecting on the week. So yeah, it's a massive highlight for myself. But now about to go and hit a push session. So it is almost 7 PM. Normally I train in the morning and do my Muay Thai in the evening, but today it's the other way around. I haven't trained in the evening for so long, so I'm super excited. I might try and bring you around with, in my little book, I make some notes about the things that like maybe I read throughout the week, and I like just jot it down. Sometimes I do it on my phone, sometimes I do it in a book. And I read this quote this week from Earl Nightingale. He's someone who like I listen to a lot of, like the last 5 years I've really listened to me. He's a radio presenter in like the it might have been 50s or 60s, so like old knowledge. But he said, don't sit in front of a cold stove and tell the stove when it provides heat you'll give it fuel. And I listened to it and I was like, fucking hell, that is like an analogy that you could use for almost every aspect of life. Making sure that car ain't gonna do anything dodgy. Friday night in a car park, you gotta be careful. But yeah, what was I saying? It's an analogy that you can use in literally all areas of life. Like a lot of the time, people think that once they get the thing, they'll do the things. Full well that to get motivation, you have to go to the gym. People think that once my mental health's better, I'll go to the gym. To improve your mental health, you have to go to the gym. People are gonna randomly get more energy. You have to do the thing in order to get the result. So yeah, I'll read it again. Don't sit in front of a cold stove and tell the stove when it provides heat, you'll give it fuel. That's the Friday night gym session ticked off, and it might just be my favorite session of the week. Me and my mate used to always call it like double XP Fridays, because rather than being out getting up to no good, you're doing something productive, and it's a really good thing to do. If you find there's a certain day of the week where maybe you fall off, like there's a certain night you've got more time, you're more likely to order something, like order an Uber Eats or go out for a drink, like do something which is not in line with your goals. If you do something that night which is productive and moving towards your goal, the best thing that you can do is replace that habit with a positive one. You don't do anything within that time period, you're just going to sort of sit there and maybe contemplate whether you should do this or do that, and it makes it a lot harder. Whereas if you're busy, you're doing something, especially something productive, you don't even think about falling off. Like the biggest thing that causes people to fall off, I'd say, is being bored and just craving some sort of dopamine. So Friday night gym sessions are your double XP, get them in. Didn't film the session today because I just couldn't be bothered to set the camera up, to be honest. And let me know if you'd actually like me to film the sessions, because I always think, like, do people actually want to watch people train? Especially if you train a lot yourself, it's like, do you really want to be watching someone else train? But if you do, let me know and I'll make sure I vlog the sessions. This video has basically been me just talking in the car, but it's like, I feel like the only place I can actually talk, you know, like my house is always so busy, don't really want to talk too much in public, so this is like my only place where I can just chat shit. So we'll just call it car talks. It's like, what's that, like James Corden? Carpool karaoke, but I ain't been hitting any high notes, have I? But anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you're excited for the year, hope you got them goals set, and hope that if there is anything going on in your life, or you are going for anything, that, you know, it does start to sort itself out and you start to feel better, because it always does. Everything always improves. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. There's something else I can never, please like, subscribe. Oh, fuck knows, man.